Recording my other videos today. Um, it was really difficult, you know what I'm saying? It was very, very sad. The video that I had to make earlier. And, I've had certain conversations with Gen Z and whatnot. And, they basically told me like that, America is basically done for. Like, don't even try to think that like nothing's gonna get better. And, it's sad that maybe they're right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're right. And I live in well, I wouldn't say a swing state because like my county's the only county that's blue. The rest is like all red. But like Florida on the television has been showing a lot of like Kamala rallies and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't really know if Florida is going to be flipping blue or not. I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm not feeling confident about that. Even though, some strategists and election professionals believe that Florida could possibly, turn blue. I wouldn't tell you guys to hold your breath for that. If you're like in, Washington or California or Georgia, and you're expecting Florida to turn blue, I wouldn't hold your breath. I wouldn't hold your breath. I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna happen. So yeah, I've never felt so unsafe. I've never felt so disgusted. You know, I may do a fundraiser. I don't know. It's getting to a point now. It's actually getting to a point now where I'm like, you know what? I feel like my life is in danger and I don't want to be in the South. I don't want to be here. You see what I'm saying? And like, if I'm able to like raise money, because people raise money for the stupidest things, you know what I'm saying? Like there's been multiple times where I could have raised money on my channel and I didn't because I was trying to avoid all that. But I'm like, you know what? Like I got to get out of here. There's got to be some kind of miracle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to reach out to, churches that I give, money to, and I'm gonna like figure something out because I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna live in a state that's beyond racist, and I was just sitting here like I saw that clip on CNN of this Muslim, I don't even know if he's even Muslim, but he's basically of some kind of Middle Eastern descent. And this Republican guy was like, told the guy that I hope your beeper doesn't go off. Like outright blatant racism. And I'm like watching this, like, this is America in 2024. Like, it's just beyond disappointing, guys. And it's kind of taking me back to like the days where I'm like watching people, like it's sad to say this, but it's like already in the work sector, I'm not going to be burning myself out. I'm not going to be giving my energy to people because I don't know where they stand politically. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to be courteous, you want to be kind, but at the same time, it's like you could be talking to people who are literally the enemy. And these people are not hiding who they are. You ask a couple questions, and they're going to reveal to you exactly who they are. So yeah, that's kind of the point that I'm at. I'm at the point right now where I'm like, I want to get the hell out of Florida. It's kind of like a tipping point. It's a crescendo of violence. It's a crescendo of racism. It's a crescendo of sexism. And I do want to go to a state that's more inclusive. I do want to be somewhere that everybody is welcome, and that all cultures are accepted. I don't want to live in a state where they want you to act what you're not and dress how you're not and be what you're not to make them happy. Like that's very inauthentic, and that's against what I believe. I don't believe in whitewashing yourself and suppressing your gifts and suppressing your talent and suppressing who you are to make other people feel comfortable. Like, that's crazy, guys. I feel like we're right back in the 1930s. I feel like we're going right back to a time where, putting hoses on Black people was the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all it's just beyond me. It's beyond me. I don't trust nobody. I don't want to leave my house, not because I'm afraid, but because I don't want to get angry if somebody gave me dirty looks. I don't want to have to fucking fight them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want someone to try me and then I'm going to have to show them what I'm really made of, because like, I'm not going to let somebody abuse me. You know, I've been through enough, guys. I worked in corporate America. I don't like corporate America. You know what I'm saying? It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my thing. And I'm like longing right now. I'm longing to be somewhere where like I'm truly free and able to breathe clean, fresh air and be around people who have respect. I feel like I'm in the opposite realm. I feel like I'm in a world right now. I feel like I'm in a state right now. I feel like I'm in an atmosphere right now where, you know, racism is on the up. You know, I thought that we were in the modern times. You know, why is racism worse now? Like, I'm not understanding this, you know what I'm saying? And it's troubling, guys. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I did not want to leave my house today because I feel like if somebody gave me the wrong look, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to, 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry, I'm just getting myself some dinner because I was not going to cook. But yeah, I feel like we're in a climate where people are openly racist. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not a punk. I'm a smart individual where if I know that you're trying to press me, I will ignore you. But I'm not going to have somebody blatantly disrespect me because Trump has empowered these racists to attack us in broad daylight. Like, I'm not going to accept it, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I'm like our ancestors right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're going back in time where we're having to defend ourselves in public and, you know, have people tell us to not go to the fucking back of the bus. Like, I feel like we're just back in time. I don't know how else to describe it, guys. Like, I feel like we're going back in time and it's like, this is what Trump has brought. This is what Trump has done. And it's disgusting. And yeah, if I didn't say this in the first video, I'll say it in this video. I literally cannot imagine how Obama and Michelle feel right now. I cannot freaking imagine how including Kamala, you know, I feel so bad for them because you know what, guys, let me tell you the reality. They have a target on their back. And I'm not mincing words. I'm not being dramatic. We're living in very, very dangerous times, right? Obama, Michelle, and Kamala, they all have targets on their back. Think about this, guys. Regardless if Kamala has a Caucasian male as her running mate to be the vice president, it doesn't really matter, guys. It doesn't really matter. The Trump supporters don't see the guy, you know? They don't see Tim Walz. They don't see even Mike Pence. You know, they are not seeing this. All they're seeing is a black face and a woman, and they want to destroy her. They want to destroy people that look like me. That's the reality. So when you see Obama out here on the campaign trail for Kamala, when you see Michelle Obama out here or any other Republican woman or man, mainly women who are on the front lines trying to defend Kamala, understand what's at risk here. Understand that these people are moving targets. And I'm not mincing words. I hope that Kamala has a bulletproof vest on. I hope regardless of how much security Obama and Michelle Obama have, I really hope that they have a bulletproof vest on, because it's not safe out here, guys. And that's how I feel. I feel like at any moment now, they're going to try to hang people. You know what I'm saying? At any minute now, they're going to try to fuck us up. Thank you. The sausage in the lab, the honey and the ketchup. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I want, especially for my international viewers, you in Asia, you in Africa, and this person shining their light, like, let me tell you guys something. I'm not in the mood, right? Let me explain something to you. Don't ever shine your light at me. Fucking bitch. Yeah, guys, I'm not the one. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Trump has emboldened these assholes. And it's sickening because think about all the progress. Think about all the progress these people have had to endure. Think about all the things they've had to endure, all for Trump to bring us right back to square one with these people that are emboldened to be racist. And they don't even care. You know, to be frank with you all, I do not think they care. You know, when their paper gets affected, when they get Oh, I think this place took up the Trump signs. This is a library, guys. I just passed a library and I think they just took up the political signs on the street. Because yeah, like, do not give this guy power. Do not embolden this asshole to be promoting his racism and his fascism. Do not give this guy a platform. Like, no. No, America should be ashamed. Republicans should be ashamed. And I am disgusted that I have to live in a country, I have to live in a state that has these people walking amongst us, walking amongst me, making me feel like I need to watch my step. No, you watch your step. You watch your step, right? It's just disgusting, guys. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I have not lost complete faith in humanity, but I'm sorry. Like, if you look like a Trump supporter, I'm not just gonna automatically trust you. I'm sorry to say this, but like, now that I've seen how many people on social media are supposed to look normal and they're wearing those red caps and they're holding those Nazi signs, I'm sorry, guys. I cannot trust these people. You know, that is broken for me. Like, I'm not gonna look at people the same way, because it's like, who are you? You know, what kind of people are you? Like, it's insane. And they don't even care. And the only way that they feel a little bit of remorse for their bad behavior is if they get fired, right? If their job fires them, then they begin to feel the heat. But until the jobs fire them and say that you're actually doing a hate crime, they don't care. They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing it. And I'm saying, like, it's wrong, you know? And that's been my experience in corporate America, is like, they want you to whitewash yourself. They want you to lick their boots. They want you to worship them. I'm not going to worship none of these crooked people. I'm not going to worship none of them. I'm sorry. I am not going to worship any of them. I do not answer to them. And I'm praying to God. I'm literally begging God, like, get me out of here and help me find a way to work for myself full-time or something, because I feel like the times we're living in, I don't want to be under somebody who is blatantly racist and sexist. I don't want to work for any company or any person that thinks it's okay to do what they're doing, right? I mean, I'm not even like, I'm just disgusted. I'm genuinely disgusted, guys. And it's just like, you know what? I had to pray about this whole voting thing, you know? I had to pray to God and be like, you know what, God, something's not right, you know? Like, straight up, guys, something does not feel right. I even pulled some cards on it, and everything for early voting came out reversed and negative. And that also confirmed the video evidence and everything else I've been seeing on social media. It is not safe. It is not safe to early vote, because it gives them more time to destroy your ballot. That's basically what's happening. They already showed video evidence of ballots being destroyed. Okay, I pulled some cards on it. I prayed about it. And my cards and my God, through prayer and everything else, said to me, do not trust it. Do not trust it. It's not safe. It's not safe. And you shouldn't do it. Okay? And I see people on social media, you know, who look like me and are begging people, please vote before this, do that. And I literally responded to them and was like, you know what? I have no problem early voting, but like, my gut is telling me not to do it. Maybe no, because of the violence that's going to be ensued upon me. I don't know. But like, my gut is telling me, do not do it. Do not do it. And so if my gut tells me not to go somewhere, you have to understand, if my gut is telling me do not go somewhere, do not do X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go against my intuition. I'm not going to go against my gut feeling, because my gut feeling is letting me know a heads up, like, listen, it's not what you think. You see what I'm saying? It's not what you think. Protect yourself, protect your energy, you know, do your research. I already told you guys this morning that I went online and was looking up the election, the Division of Elections number and all that, because you know what? I'm watching them, bruh. I'm watching every single one of them, and I don't trust it. I don't trust it, guys. So you know what? I told my mom, I'm like, I'm sorry to tell you, but like, I'm not going to be early voting because my gut is telling me not to. My gut is telling me not to. right? And if I feel like there's somebody dangerous there waiting for brown and black people to target them and shoot them, like if they're waiting for certain people to come up to mess with them, I'm not gonna be a victim. I'm not gonna be a statistic. You see what I'm saying? So if my gut says to me, if you vote on election day or the day before election day and it's gonna be counted, then guess what, guys? It may not make sense to me and it may not make sense to you, but that's what my gut is telling me, right? My gut is telling me that it's not safe, right? My gut is telling me it's not safe. And so I don't want it to be the case. You see what I'm saying? I don't want it to be the case, but my gut is telling me it's not safe. It's not safe. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not safe. Okay. And I have to listen to that voice, guys. I can't ignore that because of people following the hype and falling into a trap, basically falling into a trap, right? Of getting their ballots destroyed by fire, literally by fire. Okay. So no, guys, I'm here to let you know that my intuition is telling me don't do it. My intuition is screaming at me, do not early vote. Do not just go to any polling station. Do your research, right? Research the parties of these poll handlers. Research the parties of these judges. Research everything before you go and vote. Because if you don't, it's going to be to your disadvantage. It's going to be at your expense, okay? So I have to trust that feeling, right? If I feel like it would be safe to go somewhere, I would just go there. You know what I'm saying? But like every single time my intuition says to me, don't go somewhere, don't do this, don't do that, and I don't do that, I'm protected, right? But every single time throughout history, when you hear somebody say, I had a bad feeling, but I went anyway, what happens? A shooting. What happens? Robbery, theft, assault, attack. You see what I'm saying? People that don't listen to their intuition will feel. They're gonna experience the adversity. They're gonna experience the terrorism. So no, I'm not gonna put myself in harm's way. I'm not gonna do it. I'm still gonna vote. But I'm waiting for God to tell me, right? If I wake up, right? And God says to me, okay, here's where you go to vote. Go to this place and vote, then I'll vote, right? But if God does not tell me that, and I don't feel comfortable with going around certain people that I know are evil and have evil intentions for me, I'm not going to just walk into the lion's den, guys. I'm not going to do it. So I'm not afraid to vote, but I am aware of my surroundings, right? I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm people that I think are suspicious looking or whatever, I'm not just going to openly let them around me. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get no conversation. You're not going to be able to be near my car. You're not going to be able to talk to me. Like I'm just going to shut all that down, basically. I'm going to shut all that down because you know what? These people are showing us in broad daylight. I repeat, broad daylight, that they don't want us to be alive. They don't want us to vote. Okay. They're going to do whatever they want to do. So when you know that, and they're signaling that, and they're telling their Proud Boys, and they're telling people, hey, watch this car, you know, there was something I saw on social media where they were literally talking about people who were supremacists putting things on people's cars. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but somebody was showing me that. And I said, wow, that's so interesting how they literally have a system where they're putting things on people's cars to signal other people who are domestic terrorists to attack you, to target your car, to trace you, to look up your information. Like, it's not a game, guys. It's not a game. It is not a drill. It's not a game. So yeah, no, I'm gonna vote, but on my timetable. And I was telling my mom, like, there was some time I went to vote, like the day of, and it was empty. You know, they say, oh, all these long lines and oh, it's gonna be. No, I went the day of one time and voted, and it was empty. It was basically empty. So just because you want to vote the day of does not mean that it's going to be empty. It doesn't mean that. Okay, it can literally mean that when you go there early, okay, probably more earlier than later, you know, it's going to be people that are not going to be getting out of bed that early. So if you get out of bed early and you want to vote, you see what I'm saying? It may actually be safer because right now, from what I've seen, to Michigan, to Arizona, to this, to that, the lines for early voting are long. They're long, which means what benefit are you really getting if the line is super long? If the line is super long, what benefit are you really getting? Whereas if you wait until election day, the actual proper day to vote, or the day before election day and vote, right? The line may not be that bad if you go super early. You know what I'm saying? It may not be what you think. So, guys, I don't know, but my intuition is never wrong. I'm sorry. My intuition is never wrong. My intuition is never wrong. My intuition is never wrong. And my intuition is telling me it's not safe. It's not wise. They're gonna not count your shit. They're gonna mess with you. They're gonna give you a hard time. That is what my intuition is telling me. My intuition is telling me, do not trust it. Don't trust it. Don't go near nobody who looks like they could be a Trump supporter. Don't talk to them. Don't engage with them. Don't smile with them. Nothing. Because in their heart, guys, in their heart and their mind, they want you dead. You're black, you're brown, they want you dead. They don't want you out here to get no good job. They don't want you out here to reproduce. They don't want you out here to have no business. That's the truth. And I'm sick of people hiding behind the facts. This is the facts of the case, guys. So no, I'm not going to allow it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow people to play with me and try to mess me up. So no, guys, I don't feel safe. You know, you guys do what you want to do. If you're in America, and you want to vote, you do what you want to do. But my intuition, guys, I'm telling you straight up, my intuition is telling me don't do it. Don't do it. It's a setup. It's not a good idea. They're not going to count your shit. They're going to give you a hard time. Don't trust it. Do not trust it. And so I had to sit with that the whole day. I had to wrestle. I had to, tussle and wrestle with this because I really wanted to vote. But I'm like, you know what? If my intuition says to me it's going to be a problem, don't bother. Wait until you feel the release spiritually and physically. Until you feel that it's the right day, the right time to vote. Don't stress yourself out. You see what I'm saying? Don't go into a lion's den expecting to be coming out the other side, because it's not going to happen. Tell you to your face in so many ways that they don't want you there. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be prosperous. None of that. So I'm just simply saying, like, if these people openly are showing you they don't like you, or they're trying to like mess you up, like whatever walk of life, whatever it may be, don't be trying to smile up with these people. You see what I'm saying? Don't be trying to be close to nobody that's like that, because they don't want you to succeed. You see what I'm saying? So watch your circle. I remember I was listening to a pastor who's based in Chicago talk about this the other day, and he was spot on. He was like, while you're waiting for your blessing, while you're waiting for your promotion, while you're waiting for God to intervene in your situation, check your circle. Check the people that claim that they're for you and want to see you do well and this and that and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Really check it out. Because people can smile in your face, but they will try to stab you in the back. Okay? And that's just a fact. So yeah, I'm not trying to give anybody or anything the benefit of the doubt. I'm done doing that. Like I'm not even trying anymore. Like, you know, they want to assume the worst about black and brown people. Well, then guess what? I'm going to assume the worst about you. Because at this point, like, y'all are they're just causing complete chaos. You know what I'm saying? And it's like only one candidate has been doing this, and that's Trump. That's Trump. Before Trump, this was never happening, guys. Nobody was acting like this. You know what I'm saying? On networks, you know, in schools, in corporate America. Like, it wasn't as bad. You see what I'm saying? And it's true. Like, I forgot who said it, but it's true. Like, I think it was Lunel. I think it was Lunel who said this. Like, Trump has given these people a platform to be hateful. It's so true. He has emboldened them to be nasty people. And so it's like, how can you trust what's going on out here? Like, I don't trust it, guys. I'm just telling you guys genuinely how I feel. I don't trust it at all. I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be going behind my car. Don't be flashing your light at me. Don't even look in my direction, because I'm gonna think that you're trying to test me. I'm gonna be thinking that you're trying to like assault me, and I'm not afraid of nobody. So don't even try it. Like, that's how I feel. I don't want nobody around me that I think could be a Trump supporter, because it's like, who are you? You're barbaric. They're evil people. And like, guys, looking at the amount of people that were in Madison Square Garden should really just be like a telltale sign of how bad it is. Like, how can there be so many people who think that this is okay? Like, think about that. So many of them sitting there, you know what I'm saying, listening to all this hateful rhetoric and soaking it all into their energy, soaking it all into their non-existent heart, and smiling about it and laughing about it. You know, that tells me all I need to know. These people are not people, okay? They're from somewhere else. They have problems. They have some serious problems, and they're not to be trusted. They are not, even if it's your neighbor, do not trust them, guys. Watch what they say. Watch how they move around you. You see what I'm saying? Up your spiritual protection. Like, I'm on high alert, because to me, for Trump to spend that kind of money to spew out that hateful rhetoric, and they're all men and women who are Trump supporters sitting there gobbling it up, right? Projecting that out into the airways, putting that on television, putting that on the internet is insane to me. If you think that any of these Democratic candidates could do that, could have a rally and openly make racist jokes and get away with it and have a job, no, it would never happen. You know what I'm saying? It would never happen. And the fact that these people are doing this and they expect to still have their job and still be able to work in America is like beyond me. Because I know that if I did that or anybody else had that kind of hate in their heart, they wouldn't have a job. They wouldn't be able to roam the streets freely, right? But these crooked people, they're trying to have this right to bring back hate, to roll back the clock to the 1930s, to the 1920s, to slavery, right? To the Holocaust. They're trying to go all the way back. And it's obvious. So that slogan of Make America Great Again, now nobody needs to question where that slogan is coming from. That slogan is talking about having women not be able to have birth control, having women not be able to be in a same-sex relationship, having women be suppressed and abused. That's where that slogan is coming from, guys. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? That slogan is not to be taken lightly. Okay, there is no more doubt. If anybody had any doubts what that slogan is referring to, if it's really referring to going back to the, more violent times, there's no question about it now, guys. I'm here to tell you, my international viewers, listen carefully. There is nothing to think about. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about bringing back limitations on people's freedoms. To stereotype them, to put them at a limitation where they cannot prosper and they do not have full bodily autonomy over their own life and their own healthcare decisions. This is what it's about. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake. So anybody you see out here with an American flag, I have a neighbor, like for example, I have a neighbor across the street over here who, I don't know what kind of ethnicity they are. I don't know where they really come from. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And they have a flag. And I'm like, bruh, if they have a flag on the Trump supporters, like I'm on high watch. Because the thing is, like, I don't trust it. I'm sorry. Like, the sad thing is, a lot of these people that have these American flags are Trump supporters. And it should not be the case, because we love the country just as much as they do, if not more. You know what I'm saying? But like, what they put the flag behind is hatred. Is sexism. They put the flag on everything to have it as a bad signal that we're going to come get you. We're going to stop you. We're going to try to appeal your rights. We're going to try to stalk you in stores. We're going to try to racially profile you until you're dead. That is what that flag is representing right now to Trump supporters and to us. And we cannot look at that and say that's not what it is, because that's exactly what it is, guys. That is exactly what it is. There's no overlooking this. I don't care how many statements Trump and whoever his crooked people are. I don't care what they say. We know what they meant, and we're going to take them for what they say at face value. I'm not going to accept any apologies from any of these people. And let me make this also very clear. A lot of you brown and black people like myself out here that are working in America, you are working under bosses who are racist. Let me tell you, a lot of you people out here, you're working for companies and you're working for bosses and supervisors who are literally wanting you dead. And that should scare you. Like, That should scare you, because you don't know. You don't know if they're trying to poison you. You don't know if they're trying to give you bad cases on purpose to get you fired. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's what I feel. I feel like everything right now is strategically evil. Everything that they're doing is strategically evil. There's under no circumstance could Kamala or Obama or any other Democrat or any other independent or any other libertarian speaker go out and do what Trump and his people did yesterday night, and tonight. Nobody could do it. Vance is worse than Trump. So people, Hispanics who are being blindsided and are voting for this, it's like a spell. How can I describe it? It's like they put some kind of evil spell on the public to be blindsided, to be completely blind, to be complacent. I don't know what else to say, except it's dumb. It's obviously stupidity. But how can Hispanics vote for this? You know? Luckily not all of them, but it's like I saw somebody put on Twitter that their grandmother was trying to say that they're against Republicans or whatever. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, this guy is racist. This guy is racist. Like, bruh, there's no justification for any of this, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not sorry. There's no justification for this. Okay? So I don't trust these people. I'm sorry. Like, they wanna stereotype brown and black people, then guess what? I'm gonna stereotype you, and I'm gonna take you as dangerous. I'm gonna see you as somebody who's trying to take me out, and I'm not gonna let you take me out. I'm not gonna let you assault me. So I'm going to say to myself, and if I see you trying to give me dirty looks, then I'm gonna call the police. Period. Or I'm gonna get people involved, because like, I'm not gonna be out here having people think that they're emboldened to be racist because of Trump. I'm not going to accept it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let people like this try to bully us back into the 1930s, 1920s, 1500s. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it, guys. And yes, I'm angry for those who just tuned in. Okay? I'm very upset because people are being bamboozled by pure fuckery. And it's like, there's no way that this should be okay. You know, they have so much to say about Obama. You know, they love insulting Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is not even running for president, and they love to insult this lady. They love to insult her, and I cannot for life of me understand why they hate this lady so much. But she's a woman, so of course they hate her. You know, the same hate that Obama got, the same hate that Kamala's getting, is what Hillary Clinton has been getting times 2. You know, I've seen it with my own eyes, and I'm like, bruh. This is not okay, guys. This is not okay. You know, it's not okay. If Hillary Clinton rented out a venue and was spewing this negativity, was spewing this garbage, she would be out of her job. You know, she'd be having 1,000 lawsuits at her door by the stack of the Bible. You know, she'd be in so much trouble. But oh no, Trump and his assholes, their way of getting out of this is saying that, oh, it's a joke. Trying to beg for sympathy, trying to beg for apologies. Guess what? Their apologies are not accepted. Okay? None of their apologies are accepted. So guess what, guys? I have done my research. And I have the numbers of the divisions of elections. I have research in my own state, and I think every black and brown person should as well. There's places to file a inter-election interference claim. There's all types of links on there. So if you see something that looks odd, and you see racism happening at your local library or wherever else you go to vote, report it. Get a picture, record it, and report it. Because guess what? They want to play games. They want to act like shit is sweet. Shit is not sweet. Okay? Shit is not sweet. And I'm not going to accept it. I am not going to accept abuse. I'm not going to accept this racism. I'm not going to live like this. Okay? With these people, I'm not going to accept it. So guess what? It's up. It's up. So I researched those numbers, right? And I'll be contacting them. You know, I already contacted Marco Rubio's office and complained about him. And he was trying to pass some shit ass bill, and it got removed. It never went through because we were blowing up his phone. We're like, we're not gonna let you do this. And he's a traitor. He's an absolute traitor to the America. I cannot believe that these Republicans, I actually can't even believe what I'm seeing, guys. Like, honestly, I'm disgusted. I'm beyond disgusted. So yes, you know, you see something foul going on, you get weird vibes, you see a hate crime, report it. Get your, put, record them, take photographic evidence, get video, get all the proof you need. Get all the proof you need, because they will stop at nothing, guys, to steal this. They will stop at nothing to have people cower down in fear. And I'm not going to allow it. Not on my watch. Okay? Not on my watch. So I know my rights. And guess what? It's up. It's up. All this racism in corporate America, all this racism, just daily living. No, guys. I have a backbone. And I'm not going to let it happen on my watch. I don't care. I do not care. Like, they want to be unfair, and guess what? It's up. It's up and it's stuck, guys. So yeah, no. I'm researching. You know what I'm saying? I'm researching everything. I'm watching everything. And I'm not going to just let anything slide.